Cftc has made a very shocking announcement, which I think you guys deserve to hear about. This affects the crypto industry in a way that we have not gotten some good news about in a very long time. So listen very closely. Also, we have none other than Larry Fink coming out with a lot of interesting things to say too. And I'm going to play this because, you know, there is a lot that's in the works right now between banks, sovereign wealth funds, and so much more. You guys need to get ready for what is to come here, okay? So first, let's talk about Larry Fink. Let's talk about what's going on with sovereign wealth funds. I do think this begs your guys' attention. Listen up.
But I can tell you there are a number of sovereign funds that are standing by. They're adding incrementally at 120.
Yeah, so sovereign funds are basically big companies buying crypto. And as you can see, I'm 1.64% up on my demo account. Because if I've been learning trading, if you guys want to learn trading as well, join my link in the description below, 2bit. So that's something you guys should consider. But obviously been a pretty big problem for a lot of these traders, you know, just buying it up because it's going to get harder and harder to buy XRP if these big whales are buying.
20 and 100. I know they bought more in the 80s. Right. That's fine. And they're establishing a longer position. And you own it over years. This is not a trade. You own it for a purpose. But I can tell you there are...
Right. So basically what Larry Fink is talking about here is sovereign wealth funds are long-term thinkers. And these long-term thinkers that manage these sovereign...
They know people are going to be buying crypto years down the line. It makes total sense to them.
Wealth funds are deciding to buy Bitcoin. I think this is a very solid reasoning that over the long term, Bitcoin is going to be a very strong value holder and something that a number of different countries are going to continue to go towards. And what we're seeing is many European nations are doing this. Of course, the United States is looking to do more of this, and many other countries as well, some of the leading economies in the world. So this is something that definitely deserves some attention. Shout out to Larry Fink for covering that.
So this is going to be a pretty important factor. Binance founder CZ shows Peter Schiff the advantages of Bitcoin over gold.
I mean... Is this what you're trying to... I mean...
So one of Peter Schiff's biggest arguments is that, like, you know, crypto's fake. It's a fugazi. You know, it's just a made-up internet money. You know, it doesn't have any value. Gold's the way to go. And here he is with a piece of gold in his hand, and he can't even tell if it's gold or not, right?
You see, like, it says...
Now, that's a good analysis. Like, the thing with Bitcoin is you can also get fake Bitcoin, I guess. Like, some people did that, but... I mean, the thing with gold, I have the problem is, like, how will the big banks move it, like, from one country to another? I don't think crypto will be a digital gold, but I think it could be another asset. Like, we have many dollars. Why can't we have Bitcoin as well? We have, like, dollars. We have tons of, like, yen. We have all these types. And we could just go ahead and also focus on that, like, having a new part of crypto becoming the mainstream.
This is essentially the final stepping stone for major banks to start offering full-on custody services. Now, in case you guys also missed it, in a very recent interview, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, he also mentioned that he's working with a number of large US banks on helping them start to custody crypto assets for their users. And so essentially what I believe we're going to see here is Coinbase is going to partner with the names like Bank of America.
The reason why I like XRP is because it has a way bigger community than gold right now, I'm guessing. I don't know how the gold community is, but XRP will always have like a sort of a factor in building like the next level.
JP Morgan, you name it, Wells Fargo, all of the top banks, financial institutions across America, and they're going to start offering crypto custodial services to their clients. So clients will be able to log into their JP Morgan account, go to their crypto section, purchase Bitcoin directly from their bank account, essentially making crypto more easily accessible than it has ever been before. You no longer need to go through these ETFs and transfer your funds over to, you know, these websites that you're no longer familiar with. I mean, this is going to allow where the majority of the wealth in America is held with the older boomer generation to finally be able to access these markets extremely easily. I mean, it's going to be as simple as for a lot of these people just to log into their bank, make the purchase directly on the bank, hold that crypto directly on their bank. And for the people that can't even do that, they'll literally just be able to call up their bank and say, hey, I would like to buy Bitcoin. Can you do this? Yes, done. It's going to be a super straightforward process. And I just think super straightforward. Over the long term, this is essentially going to allow trillions of dollars more to flow into XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the other relevant cryptocurrencies that people are going to want more and more exposure to. And so, long story short, I don't think that you guys are bullish enough. Even if
I think the thing is we don't need, you know, like it to overtake gold. Oh, so I lost $15. I got stopped out here. Seems like it's going a bit of furish momentum. That's why it's good to have stop loss here. But we don't need a 15x gold, okay? We don't need things like that. So very important factor here is what is the plan here? And the plan is right now with XRP is to become like a faster payment. It wants to add value, right? It wants to add some form of value. And it's seeing like some sort of drops here on 2bit. If you guys haven't checked this out already, as I told you guys. But yeah, if it's going to add value, more companies, more utilities will start to use it.
If I know we've had a roller coaster ride over the last few months here. I mean, October 10th was a crazy time. We have to continue thinking long term. Sovereign wealth funds, CFTC regulations, banks offering crypto custody. When these pieces of news come out, it's not going to instantly cause XRP to pump to $3 or break a new all-time high like many people.
It's going to slowly build. That's the thing.
Will have you believe. The news comes out. There's maybe even a sell the news event. The price of XRP might go down following this news.
We saw that before.
And then slowly institutions and retail will start to accumulate off of those lows. And eventually, when there is enough global liquidity to support a major price surge, it will happen. But we have to remember, what is the catalyst for these price surges? Well, elections are a pretty big one, as we saw last year. But of course, the number one, which we should all know by now, is M2. Okay, so we just have to wait for M2 to align with all of this beautiful news that we have right now. And yeah, the price action will absolutely follow. I have no doubt in my mind about that. The CFTC says it has developed a comprehensive plan for the U.S. to reclaim its...
Yo, welcome everyone to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat stream. So yeah, we're just chilling today. So yeah, that's the most important factor, is we are slowly breaking it through. Slowly but surely, we are breaking it up to another all-time high. Slowly but surely.
This is not slowing down. When they're doing 25 basis point cuts, it's not fixing this problem. And so when this new Fed comes in May, they're going to be more aggressive. This much we are very certain of. And when they're more aggressive, quantitative easing or money printing will be forced. It'll get to a point where the interest rates get to a certain point where it's forced. They have to print the money. And that is the 2021 moment that we saw last cycle for XRP, Bitcoin, all of the cryptos. They absolutely exploded. This is the stimulus. We have not gotten the stimulus this bull run we just went through, guys. Zero. Nada. Yet we still saw Bitcoin go to $126,000.
I think this was the thing, like when the big whales start buying, this is when we are actually going to be seeing that big momentum, right? This is when it's really going to make a big difference for a lot of these XRP holders. So yeah, just let that sink in. This is gonna be the big hit for XRP.
Dollars per coin. That is insane. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So yes, when I look at...
But this is gonna be hard. Like right now, XRP is on a downtrend, guys. If you want to get started trading, link in the description below. So yeah, it is a downtrend. So how can it hit 366 again? Bitcoin must move up. That's the basics of it.
Clarity that we need, like, you know, the regulations are all in place, and we have the stimulus coming at the same time. If that's not a recipe for success, frankly speaking, I don't know what is. And so listen, all I'm asking you guys to do is just get into my Discord, and you can see the magic happen in real time. I literally post all of my trades in there. I have a completely transparent track record. There's more than 4,000 people inside of my Discord in my premium access that see all of my trades and have their lives changed literally every single day. You guys can be that too. It's super easy to get into Discord. Follow my link.
So yeah, you guys have a pretty clear idea of what's going on. Is the government is just going to slowly but surely regulate all this stuff that we have been requesting to regulate anyway. Ripple XRP news, mega